Hey folks, this is Riker. Hope you all have been having a fantastic beta weekend so far, folks. So, before we dive into gameplay, we need to share a revelation we've had. So we were streaming on Twitch earlier today. Normally we've been starting off on YouTube, then moving to Twitch. Today we started on Twitch, moved to YouTube. So our Barbarian is already, our Druid is already going to be level 19 here. But something that Twitch viewers may be aware of. We were having a lot of theories as to the identity of the wolf. For those of you who have played the beta or seen gameplay of the beta, you are familiar with this wolf character that you also see in some clips, in some cinematics outside of game. I believe we have definitively cracked the case. If you don't want spoilers, I encourage you to skip ahead. Because there was a lot of debate over who we thought this wolf was. People are like, oh, he's got to be someone in disguise. A lot of theories about it being Zoltan Kulle, right? We meet this wolf character in the game. People are like, it's Zoltan Kulle. He does sound similar to Zoltan Kulle. He has that sort of arrogance to him, like Zoltan Kulle. But it is not the exact same voice actor as Zoltan Kulle. I thought it might be Diablo. Why? Because Diablo 4's internal code name was Fenris. Fenris is a mythological wolf. Clearly, wolf is somehow very important to Diablo 4. We meet this wolf character. Well, if he's important enough to have a whole game named after him, like a game called Diablo, maybe Fenris, the wolf, is Diablo in disguise. And so that was my leading theory. Because you talk to the wolf, he talks to you. He seems to be against Lilith. He seems to be against the Haradrim. He is in favor of us defeating Lilith. All of this made sense within the context of it being Diablo. However, the smoking gun was provided to me right here. This image is exactly the runes carved onto the face of the skull of the wolf. Exact same imagery. This is from the Book of Adria, and this is the symbol of Mephisto. I marked Mephisto's soul after Baal. This is written from Adria's point of view. I think I had grown too confident. My master's plan had been working well, and I had accomplished things no any other human ever could. When I found the Lord of Hatred's soul, Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, Lilith, the daughter of Hatred, it fought back with a rage that I had not anticipated. More than once it seized control of my mind. And if my ritual did not have safeguards built into it, I would have been lost. Nevertheless, I completed my task. Even in my arrogance, I still knew that hatred was a dangerous force. I left nothing to chance. I conducted the ritual with offerings, from live human sacrifices using fresh blood, and organs to build the three-sided cage and the three anchors, both inside and outside of the circle. If I had used one less anchor or brought one less sacrifice, I would have failed. This is the symbol of Mephisto. This is the symbol of Mephisto on the face of the wolf. So I thought it was Diablo. It makes even more sense to be Mephisto than Diablo. One, Diablo's a big dummy-dumb. Mephisto was always the brains of the three. It makes more sense for Mephisto to be manipulating us than for Diablo. The wolf character also speaks of Lilith with a certain disdain about her rebellion, as Curious was pointing out, in a sort of way that a father would speak of his rebellious teenage daughter. So I think this is a very, very robust theory. This was the smoking gun. If this is not Mephisto, it is something related to Mephisto. But now this is my number one theory. Number one theory is Mephisto, and there's like no number two theory for me. I don't see how this can be Zoltan Kulle. Doesn't make sense for him to have Mephisto symbol on his face. I saw someone say it could be Lucian, Mephisto's son, but he was deleted. Odyssean literally deleted him from existence. He doesn't exist anymore. But in theory, sure, could it be someone related to Mephisto that is not Mephisto? I guess, but why can't it just be Mephisto? Like, that's the simplest explanation. So, wanted to start off with that. I want to start off with that. Roman saying, I got the answer from Joe Pipora. Joe Pipora, sorry. What did Joe Pipora say? Of course I know Joe Pipora, yeah. So Game Director D4. What did he say? Meanwhile, I was here to gamble some oblies. 222. I guess we'll quickly go through the build, since I gotta remember we just started the YouTube stream. So we are a Wind Druid right now. My overall thoughts of Druid are, I am perfectly whelmed. Okay. Will the cinders of a Helltide chest be tradable between players? Nope, they will not. Cinders are not tradable, and dying means you'll lose some as well. Is there any legendary affix related to or working with evade action mechanisms later in the game? There is. Is there any legendary item properly facilitating Murmuring Obel's farming? Not at this time. Cheers, Roman. I'm having a great day. I hope you folks are too. So, Wind Druid. I'm going with Wild Wind Shear for the Spirit Gen, because Spirit Gen is horrible with the Druid. We're going Maximum Twister Overtime, applying CCs. We're going 1 point of Earthen Bulwark with Unstoppable in order to break CC and get some nice damage mitigation. 1 rank, good boys. Nature's Reach to deal more damage to CC'd enemies. Hurricane. The build really started to feel better when we got Hurricane going. Making enemies vulnerable. Applying CC. And now I just got 1 point in Trample for mobility. But yes, so my current ranking of my favorites, Rogue, Necromancer, Sorcerer, and now it's between Druid and Barbarian in last place. I'll get my Druid to 25 before I make a determination. I went with for Rogue, I was going ranged vulnerable build. I hear the strongest Rogue build is melee, but I really enjoyed ranged. I like ranged characters, period. And it felt strong enough. Druid does not auto-generate spirit, which is part of what makes the spirit feel so bad. So, Tornado costs 40. You get 2 tornadoes off before you're done. And then it's generate, pop, pop. It's rough. It's rough. Yeah. A lot of people saying that Sorceress probably feels like the strongest character. I'm gonna gamble Obels and I'll go back to farming the XPs. I'll try for a better amulet. This is a nice... The bubble effect is very strong. This is one of the strongest, in my opinion, non-class-specific legendary powers. That bubble is a lifesaver. Yeah, Barbarian starts to really come online later on when you're stacking things. The code break, thank you so much for the $10. We will be eating good this year, Riker. Keep the content rolling, brother. I appreciate you, Code Break. Thanks so much for the support. Core skills, dealing damage based on Fortify is very good for my build, specifically. The Bulwark is nice. Fortify buffing Earth skills is okay. I only have 1 Earth skill right now. This one is giving me +1 to Vine Creeper, but I'm not using that at the moment. So let's see. Helm. Cap.
Oh, bad luck.
Yeah, that's some bad luck. Yeah, that's some bad luck.
It seems your
Earthguard Adventurer. Gosh darn it. Gain 80% bonus amount to your next Earthen Bulwark. Oh, for each enemy you crowd control. Wait, is that the same as what I already have? Yeah, it is. Well, it means I could eventually replace it, but that's a big difference. 24 is almost a perfect roll versus my almost terrible low roll of 18. But I think I'll hold for now. Hold for now. And I'm gonna go salvage to make some room. Maybe we'll transmog again. We got like a chicken helm right now. What is our chicken helm? Alright. Nice.
Keep it.
Yeah, so we don't know anything about the Druid specific boon powers. The quest is in Skosglen, so we're not able to do our Druid class mechanic. We know that we're going to be make offerings to different Druid spirits. There's a handful of spirits, and it sounds like, yeah, so there's spirit boons right here. Ah, you can see them. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different spirits. As you make offerings, you unlock boons, and you can have one boon selected. Once you have unlocked all boons, then in one of the 4, you can have 2 selected, I believe is how it works. So, it's a little bit like the Book of the Dead. The Necromancer's Book of the Dead. So, for every spirit animal, you can have one selected. One of the boons selected. We don't know what those boons are going to look like. And then, once you've unlocked all of them, I believe, my understanding is you can then, in one of the branches, select 2 powers. I think that's how it works. Something like that. Something like that. So today, again, today the focus is getting Druid to 25. At that point, I will have had all classes to 25. And then tomorrow, my final beta stream will be getting to farm as many legendaries as possible to try out different builds on different classes. Okay, so we're going back here. So the 44% crowd control is actually kind of good. This, I feel, is generally not great. I've not seen the Druid able to wield ranged weapons. Just to unlock the unique appearances here. Let's trash that. For each active companion. It's kind of nice. 7.5 times 2. That is a nice amount more damage. I might want to save that one. Boulder. That's fine. At this point, I'm just unlocking transmogs.
You can take what's left.
I think I'm going to extract that one, though. It is locked for now, but... Jed keeps hearing the drops are too high. They are artificially inflated for beta testing purposes. Okay, that one is imprinted. I mean, at this point, I feel like I could just buy another stash, but I might want to save my gold for when I'm going to be doing a lot of imprinting. Yeah, we'll salvage that one. That's a good skill. Okay, we'll salvage that, put that back. Drop. Alright, we wanted to do a transmog. So that's what we look like without any helm. I think I wanted to go back to the wolf. I never got to enjoy the wolf T-Mog. Yeah, Druid beard gets this long at its peak, but it looked a little bit too hobo for me. Well, no, it wasn't that. It was I didn't like the eyebrows. The eyebrows weren't pronounced enough, so I went with this one instead. I'm gonna go pop a wolf here. That's a nice wolf transmog, I think. Yeah, we'll go with this one. And we might want to make it, yeah, all white. Maybe the white wolf. Give me fur arms. Let's get it on that color and then check again. I guess that kind of works. Nah, I'll go with that. That's nicer. Pantaloons. Select the gray color again. Kind of. Maybe. One day we're going to try to make a Santa Claus transmog. Santa Claus Druid, best Druid. Papa Bear. Imprinting is not too expensive compared to upgrading. That's what gets expensive fast? Okay. I feel like before level 25 upgrading is not worth it. Because you're just going to out-level the gear anyway. We'll go with that one. No, that's good. We'll go with that. Ever heard about the guy at level 35 that you can farm? Yes. So right now, the GG endgame farming, there's two main things to do. The highest level gear comes from some guy around here. Otherwise, in general, farming the dungeon at Kordragon is your best bet at getting general upgrades. And yes, so you could farm... Oh. You can farm obols, basically, you find an event, you complete the event, you get the obols, you port out of town, or you otherwise leave the zone, as long as there's no one in the zone, the event should reset, and then you come back, and you can do that over and over again to farm obols, for instance. I do hope that the meta of the game will not be doing those kind of reset tricks, or what you're going to see me doing now, where we're gonna keep farming this dungeon over and over. Like, I just hope that's not going to be the most effective thing to do in the game. So I don't know what they can do to make other things more enticing, or otherwise making it more efficient to do things that are generally more fun. So what you're going to see right now is we're doing this loop to kill these elites, and then we're going to reset the dungeon. And it's just faster to do that than to travel from area to area with all the downtime that travel entails.
Ready yet.
I feel like the sound Hurricane makes is way too loud when comparing it to the relatively low impact of combat. I will try to pay attention to that. It's not something that has stood out to me yet. In general, I have my game volume somewhat low, though. Okay, so now we reset dungeon. And we go again. Well, I finished a dungeon, I got out of it, teleported to town, and then back to the dungeon, but it didn't get reset. How to reset it? You press J and you do reset dungeons. Monster density in the open world isn't high enough to justify long travels during endgame. In endgame, we're gonna have a horse, is the thing. So I don't know how much faster we're gonna be. So it's hard to say at endgame. Like, we're not at endgame. We're at beta endgame, which is a completely unrealistic scenario of what's actually gonna be the endgame of D4. These guys are tough. If they hit you with that sword attack, you're screwed. Just dodged out of that. That would have really hurt. Who said the end game is when you get it? The quest at the stable says something about the Haradrim Loath mentioned, so you probably get a horse pretty early. I mean, it could be. Yeah, but I just mean, like, when you are at end game, you will have the horse. So, like, if we're asking about at end game farming, in end game farming, you will have your horse by then. Does Druid feel slightly undertuned? I get that sense too. It's definitely not one of the stronger classes. Like, I'm playing with a party of Druids, and I feel possibly weaker than ever before. I mean, we're all doing different builds as well, so it's not like one build is bad. Yeah, if you fail to pick up legendaries, they're gonna get mailed to your stash. Assuming you have room in your stash, I guess.
I'm not ready yet.
Resource seems to be a tight bottleneck for the Druid, yes. Are there some legendaries help with the resource gen? So I've just been really unlucky with legendaries in general, across all classes. I don't have a good sense of how legendaries support a class. Nope, not that way. Yeah, I think resource gen on the Druid has possibly felt worse than any other class. It would be nice if it would, like, do some passive generation as well. Like, you only have 100 and 2 tornadoes and you're done. Apparently, there's something you can do with wolves to generate resources as well. Boulder, pulverize, earth build looked very strong, apparently. Okay. Can get fortify. I guess that'd be nice. So my character rankings in terms of what I like most to least. Rogue, Necromancer, Sorceress, and I'm not sure between Barbarian and Druid for last place. I'll get Druid to 25 first, and then I will be able to answer that.
I must wait a minute.
So, Druid has not felt weak, as in, like, I'm gonna die weak. But it doesn't feel strong either. Try using Howl to help with resource generation. Blood Howl? Oh, I guess innate Blood Howl. That's on a 15-second cooldown. That's not too bad. Yeah, once I got around level 16 Hurricane, Druid, I started to like Druid a lot more. Before that, it was just kind of, I guess, boring is the word. With the build that I was going with, which was like a Wind Druid.
I must wait a moment.
I've not tried Werewolf or Shapeshifter Druid in general yet. I was doing Spellcaster Druid. Gonna town for a moment. Obviously, there's no cow level, however, have you seen any cow or hint in beta? I've not seen any hints at a secret level in the beta yet. Any upgrades? Oh, that magic bubble too strong. +1 rank to defensive skills, actually. 1 rank to all wrath skills. I don't have wrath skills. That's a defensive skill. I guess it's not super important, though. What are these pants? Sure. New pants. Damage reduction while fortified. Cool. I'll actually use that. +1 rank tornado, +1 rank shred. Well, I already have rank tornado, so might as well swap one for the other. Why not? Aha! Here we go. Damage upgrade. Salvage. It's not 15 much faster because it gets -1 second after each kill. Oh, nice. Okay. Interesting.
Came apart nicely.
Auto sword is nice. Is there a troll? Is there a Druid Legendary Helm that heals... Oh, sorry. There is a Druid Legendary Helm that heals you whenever you shapeshift or grants Fortify when you're at full health. Nice. Is it confirmed that D4 will have set items? No. It is confirmed that it will not have set items at launch, and might have set items in the future. Experience with a lucky hit mechanic. Is it worth to maximize that affix? That depends. So, lucky hit is one of the most confusing mechanics for people who are not familiar with proc chance and D3. I got more questions about lucky hit than any other mechanic. So every skill has an innate lucky hit chance. A lucky hit is not a critical hit. Critical hit is what you typically expect. If you crit, you deal more damage. It's that simple. Lucky hit by itself does nothing. Every skill has a lucky hit chance. You see here it's 34%, here it's 34%. As a rule of thumb, more AoE-oriented skills have a lower lucky hit chance. More single-target skills have a higher lucky hit chance.
I'm not ready.
So, if you get a lucky hit, if you attack and you trigger your lucky hit chance, then the game checks, okay, do you have anything that triggers on a lucky hit? The default answer is no. But if you might have some piece of gear that says lucky hit blah blah blah, which I don't have right now, but let's say I had a legendary that said on lucky hit, chance to crowd control enemy, then it passes on to that. So let's say you have a bunch of gear that's all lucky hit, lucky hit, lucky hit, lucky hit, lucky hit, lucky hit. Then 34% of the time that I cast Tornado and it hits an enemy, I will trigger my lucky hits. Now, those lucky hits themselves often also have percentage chances to trigger. It might be something like 50%. So that means 34% of the time, I'm triggering something that triggers 50% of the time. I'm giving a moment for you to process that. So it's a chance to trigger something that has a chance to trigger. Why does this exist? Why is this so overly complicated? Because otherwise, AoE skills that hit 20 enemies at once, being able to trigger that effect as often as a single target skill would make AoE skills vastly overpowered. Imagine you have a weapon called Azarath that has a 50% chance to freeze target on hit. And you have an AoE skill that hits the whole screen. That means half the time you cast your frozen orb, you're gonna trigger the 50% chance and freeze an entire screen of enemies. That is insanely strong relative to, for instance, a single target, right? Your single target skill probably gonna have, wow, 100% lucky hit chance. But if you're gonna be hitting all enemies on screen, maybe it's a 20% or a 10% lucky hit chance. My weapon has lucky hit? You're right, yes, thank you. So lucky hit, up to a 5% chance to execute injured non-elites. So, 34% of the time, I trigger a lucky hit, and then that lucky hit, 5% of the time that I hit a lucky hit, I kill an enemy outright if they're injured. So is it worth speccing for lucky hit? That depends entirely if you can make some lucky hit build. If you can stack a bunch of items that revolve around that. We got a skill point and... Right, we're going for the wolves, the fortify. Yeah, so in D4, you can indeed break Waller walls. Jed Cabot saying, I got an amulet that gives me a 55% lucky hit that does 38% bonus damage to vulnerable. So what that means is, 34% of the time, if I were wearing that, 34% of the time I trigger a lucky hit. So let's say 1/3 of the time I trigger lucky hit. And then half the time, 50% chance, to do bonus damage to vulnerable. So effectively that means 1/6 of the time, right? If you do the rough math. If your lucky hit chance is 34, and then your lucky hit trigger is 50%, half of 1/3 is 1/6. So you can average out the percentages, or you take the percentage of the percentage to know, okay, half of 33% means 1/6 of the time. 1 out of every 6 times that I hit with this skill, it's going to trigger my lucky hit. Which in that case was bonus damage to vulnerable enemies. Why do some dungeons have an orange dot and some don't? I believe those are the dungeons that you get from. Wait. Oh yeah, these are the dungeons that you get an aspect from, no? You either have a dot or a check mark. A check mark means you've done it. Yeah, I imagine right now a lot of lucky hit and this triggers on that isn't going to be particularly useful just because we're low level and we're not able to properly leverage gearing in order to benefit from these triggers. Presumably as we get higher level we'll be able to stack more and more, say, lucky hit chance. Until we get there, it's very unreliable. But like, think, you know, building around lucky hit, building around vulnerable, building around these different modifiers and affixes in D4, I think and hope will be something that affords a lot of build variety in the endgame. Little brick means you have not collected the imprint aspect from that dungeon. Thank you, Judnich Cabin.
I'm not ready yet. Wait a moment.
Hellcaster Fangstorm.
I'm not ready yet.
Got him. So you can summon wolves, you can summon vines, you can summon ravens as a druid.
I must wait a moment.
You notice that while in a dungeon you can open the maps and leave it by clicking the icon of the entrance. Yes. That is the way you're supposed to exit a dungeon once you've killed the boss. You just go leave dungeon. Do you reckon Narelle will be part of the main story? And it ends up repeating D3 by Lilith or Diablo possessing her like Leah. I do believe she's important to the main story. I don't think they're just going to repeat D3's story. So I don't think Narelle's going to get possessed. Otherwise that'd be really... I mean, they would literally be repeating D3. If you want more Spirit Gen, at Spirit section, go Heart of the Wild Abundance with 5, 10, 15 mil gen. At the Spirit section. Spirit section.
I must wait a moment.
You can't pet your own wolves. You can pet the random dogs in town, but for whatever reason, you can't tell your own good boys that they're good boys.
I'm not ready yet.
Dag was saying I have one hand. I typically play tank builds that can take hits with fewer skills to make up for my disability. Once you've spent some time with the game, a guide for simple play builds. Not Necromancer. So Necromancer was the most click-intensive build for me because, well, you could probably make a simpler Necro build, to be honest. But the build that I was running on Necro was very engaging. I had to press a lot of buttons because the Necro has 2 resources to manage. Corpses and his mana. So careful consumption of both resources was necessary to keep things going. So I'm trying to think which was like the most simplistic class slash build that you can kind of run with one hand. I mean, I'm assuming that you're going to have a mouse with more than just left and right click on it. I'm trying to think, what would be the simplest build
to feed my master
in D4?
But I know that one day soon.
Part of the problem is that the dash with spacebar is very important. I mean, I guess you can put it on your mouse. I mean, I guess the Druid, technically, could be just left click, right click for the most part. Well, now that we got these other skills online. I don't think you can ever get away with just using left click, right click. Like, so you'd be looking at builds that minimize the usage of the other 4 skills, I suppose.
I must wait a moment.
Like, I don't know if there's any... Maybe Necromancer, technically Necromancer, like, if you put Golem and Skeletons, those are 2 buttons you don't generally have to press all that much. Like, it's, you know, ideal usage of it would be to spam them, or to hit them at opportune times, but you could just kind of leave it there on your bar. So maybe Summoner Necro. Also, Necro doesn't have a mobility skill, so that's 1 less button to have to push.
I must wait a moment.
Psycho saying, I'm going full minions on Necro, and you can definitely run while eating a sandwich. Alright, there you go. Full minion Necro build. It's probably... It's also really... Like, Necro in general is just really strong. Like, Necro, I don't think I even had to pop a health potion throughout most of the game.
I must wait a moment.
The Sorker Necro is the most OP. I'm not too sure. I don't know what broken stuff people have found on Necro. I think overall, the general power of the Necro is higher than the Sork. The Sork might have some more broken combinations. But just baseline power, Necro felt baseline, like the most powerful class. Bone Sphere, Bone Teeth was the only one I needed and sacked all the others.
I must wait a moment.
And lower game sounds? Sure. Absolutely. Oh yeah, OBS probably did swap when I swapped from my Twitch to YouTube. Or, yeah, Twitch to YouTube settings. Am I wrong in thinking the number of corpse skills is too limited, especially for a petless build? It's really just corpse explosion, corpse angles, and consume corpse feels limited. I think as a rule of thumb, it would be nice to see more skills in D4. I hope that's something that could come with future seasons. The way they have the skill tree set up, in theory, you could fit in more things, you could make changes. Like D3, the way it was hard-coded into the UI, you couldn't really get more skills. D4 is set up in such a way that you could conceivably add, you know, more skills, even after the end. Like, there's means to do it. D4 has fewer skills than D3. It does feel like, however, there's more ways to customize your skills, I suppose. But, I mean, I wouldn't say no to, you know, even more.
My bags are full.
My bags are full. Santa Claus. We gotta do the Santa Claus transmog at some point. Druid is just Santa Claus. Feeling saying 1, 2 are Golem and Skeleton, left click Blood Mist, right click Army of the Dead. With the Blood Mist, procs Corpse Explosion imprint. Well, I mean, yeah, do that and you're just GG overall, right? I'm gonna go town in the meantime. What's your take on mouse versus gamepad in D4? I haven't played on gamepad, I hear good things. Asmund says that the ones who use mouse over gamepad to play the game, they're stupid. I'm a keyboard and mouse guy, I'm never gonna play on gamepad. That's just my preference. I am a PC gamer, I am not a console gamer, I just don't like playing on gamepads. Nah, forget it. +1 rank to trample. I don't really need a rank to trample, but it's fine, I guess. +1 to rank of all companion skills. Sure. Fine. +1 rank to wolves. Okay, we're charging up our wolves here. Gives us some max spirit as well, which is kind of nice. Increased crowd control duration. 12% core skill damage is actually pretty damn good. It's ever so slightly less overall damage, but 12% more core skill and 22% more basic skill damage. Yeah, I'm gonna swap it. +1 rank of all companion skills. Again, +1 rank of all defensive skills. Ooh, nice. Get my earthen up there. That I would want to extract. This, I don't care as much. Salvage that. What about having WASD in D4? I wouldn't personally use it, but I mean, if adding it would make other people happy and it doesn't affect my experience negatively in any way, why not? Sure. I mean, it's extra dev effort, but again, as long as it doesn't negatively impact the mouse and keyboard experience at all, I guess it's fine. My performance is fine so far. D4 breaking GPUs has been specifically for the 3080 Ti and generally from Gigabyte manufacturer. Beta Dark Souls with only keyboard and mouse. Couldn't with gamepad. I always used to be console. Yeah. So sad. Shred level isn't getting increased from bonuses on the gear. What Alloy dislikes the most about skills in D4 is that there is no crossover. In D3 you can change a fire meteor into an ice meteor, nothing like that. Here, no variety. Like the skill runes, I guess. Legendary items are the source of major skill modifications. So the things that are generally like skill runes in D3 have become legendary affixes in D4. So for instance, Barbarian Whirlwind, one legendary item acts like the Whirlwind rune that makes you scoop in enemies. Another one acts like the rune that makes you create twisters. So you can actually stack multiples together. I don't know if there would be a rune that makes it do cold damage instead, but on my Necro, I had a legendary item that made my cold skeletons cast Blizzard. That was really cool. Gain 80% bonus amount to your next Earthen Bulwark. Barrier. You know what? No, I'll save it for extract. Fine. I'll save for extract. And this I have no reason. I'll just sell it for the money. Magic Bubble I will want to extract. Can only do that at level 25 though. Lilith altars individually aren't very strong, but all together they add up. It's definitely worth going for. Oh, I never upgraded my potion, did I? We'll do that. Aphelion saying, I suppose you can say it's just been streamlined so that the Legos are like runes rather than the obligatory 2000% damage increase like in D3. Yeah. Yeah, that's a fair way of putting it.
If you've got the makings, I can mix it.
Okay, I got that. Gain 2 spirit when transforming into human form. I mean, I'm not doing that very often, is the only issue. Quick shift. I feel like I should put more points into Hurricane, to be honest. If I max my Tornado? Yeah. Got my Tornado there. Tornado's maxed. My Earthen Bulwark is being buffed by something. I got Enhanced Earthen Bulwark. I mean, if I do Innate... Yeah. I'm gonna see more Fortify, I guess. Got my 3 out of 3 Nature's Reach. My 1 point into my Wolfie Boys. My 1 point into my Trample. Hurricane, Natural Hurricane. More hurricane. Dagwood Dogwoggle, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you. Hope yeah, got some good suggestions there. I'm happy that chat chimed in as well. Definitely seems like Necropet build could be pretty easy on even like I know a lot of people who have like wrist problems and are just looking for generally lighter weight builds that don't need as many button presses. Nice, Ezekiel. Is there a stash tab maximum? That's a good question. I haven't bought my second stash tab yet. I'm assuming that you can only buy enough tabs to fill up that first section, so like 5 tabs maybe in total. I got a 4080. This might be due card. Druid is feeling okay. Not bad, but not great. Ally hopes to get a holy class called the War Priest, a mix of monk and crusader. Your thoughts? Yeah, something like a cleric or a war priest or something like that could be interesting and different. Could still use sword and board, would be a bit more priestly. What is my take on the strength of ultimates for each class in the game? The thing with the ultimates is the cooldown. Excuse me. So, I don't know that they're always worth taking. And I think that's okay. I know some people are saying it would be nice if we had a separate skill button for the ultimate. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Right now it feels like an ultimate isn't mandatory. It's an option. It's an option to sacrifice one of your other skills to fit an ultimate onto your bar. Again, I wouldn't be opposed to them giving us an extra button just for the ultimate, but I don't know that it's necessary. Then it's not really a choice, it's just a cool thing that we get every so often. I guess the ultimate would feel better that way, right? So we have, like, these are the longest cooldown powers. In general, it doesn't feel good to be waiting on a long cooldown, but I guess if it's an extra buff on top of what you're already running, then I guess it feels better. So I suppose I've just talked myself into being more in favor of having a separate button for ultimates. Yeah, Jed definitely recommends getting all the Altars of Lilith. Definitely makes a difference in power. Cool. Yeah, drop rates are jacked up for beta. I think they should combine Amazon/Paladin to make a spear-wielding Valkyrie type of holy champion. Yeah, that'd be very cool. Absolutely. Spear and shield. Holy character. Very cool. Remember what we were in the middle of doing here. See how cool Cataclysm looks? I have not. Mind you. Oh, hold on. Elemental exposure. Your storm skills have 20% chance to make an... I thought I put up my point there. I guess I hadn't. Okay. William's saying, I think the ultimate would feel better if they half the cooldown and reduce the damage. Some of them already feel pretty weak as it is, but, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that either. 30-second cooldown and shorter is certainly a lot more reasonable. Now that Mephisto is in play, is it possible to see her sister Andariel helping him once again, or other siblings of him? So Andariel and Duriel are siblings. Mephisto is siblings with Diablo and Baal, and Lilith is the daughter of Mephisto. I do think that all of the evils, the 3 greater, and the 4 lesser evils, I think we will probably see all of them over the course of Diablo 4's many expansions. I don't think we're going to see them all in D4 right away. but over the course of expansions, I think we're going to eventually see them all.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
I always want to dodge that because that hits like crazy. Yeah, I guess I don't feel very strong right now.
I must wait a moment. I must wait a moment. I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, I think once I hit 25, I'm probably going to swap off Wind Druid. I just want to give it the benefit of the doubt. How you guys feeling your Druid builds? Like, when you guys are here, we kill super fast. Have the devs confirmed unique items are in the beta? Unique items start dropping at level 50, so we can't get them in the beta. That's my understanding. How to make Necro OP. Let his mages generate instants for you so you can spam Bone Spear more. Bingo.
I'm not ready yet.
Do bosses also have an evade mechanic? Like, do they evade our attacks? Some bosses can be quite mobile, which can make it particularly frustrating to be a melee class like a barbarian, because you gotta chase after them.
I must wait a moment.
There are spoilers in the achievements for the bosses. Werewolf deals a ton of damage, but it's boring until they swap back to lightning. Interesting. Wrong way.
I must wait a moment.
Druid needs more wolves. Feel that much like the Bard. The Druid is so slow to get off the gate, but will be much better at higher levels. It's probably going to be the case, yeah.
I'm not ready.
Oh, I know. That was the right way. Why did I think this wasn't the right way? That's weird. Druid needs some spirit regen big time, like wolves.
I'm not ready.
Can get resource for you, if so it could be more fun as Necro Cirque Road. Yeah, it does feel like if the resource cost of Druid skills wasn't as high, if it were easy to regain resource, Druid might feel better in general.
I'm not ready yet.
Surprised they didn't give Barbarian chain pull to drag mobs to them. Wait, they didn't? I thought Barbarian does have a chain. It doesn't? My stream is louder than any other? Okay. I don't know why that would be or not. Oh, we get to customize the look of the werebear. So technically you do. It's based on the hair color you select for your character. What made me feel confident about the wolf being Mephisto? This is the wolf. This is the symbol of Mephisto. It is exactly the same. So before that I thought it was Diablo. Now it's either Mephisto or some goon of Mephisto, but it makes more sense to be Mephisto in my opinion. Steel Grasp. Okay, it does. There you go. Cool. So the Barbarian does have a pull, and it's called Steel Grasp. How many skill points do you think you can get in total for the skill tree? You're getting skill points up to level 50, plus whatever you can get from a renown. Maybe 60 in total? I think D4 has everything to be the new D2. Oops. To be the new D2.
I'm not ready yet.
Diablo 4 is going to be a very popular game. Diablo 4 is not a D2 replacement. D2 is not... sorry, D4 is not a D2 with better graphics. For people that love D2 and are basically just looking for a better D2, that's not what D4 is. That's not the experience that D4 delivers. If you're open to something that's different from D2, then D4 is able to deliver a lot.
I must wait.
Druid worse than Barb, saying curious. Rip. I think D4 has what it takes to be a very popular game and pull in a lot of like WoW players or otherwise MMO players. I think D4 has what it takes to be the most popular Diablo game ever.
I must wait a moment.
I love the overcharge aspect for the Druid. Recommend if you find it. I've just been so unlucky with aspects in general.
I'm not ready yet.
Which honestly I kind of like, because I think the game should be balanced even without aspects. I think core skill balance, or rather base skill balance, needs to be on point, and then aspects need to be balanced separately. Okay, that's some weird lag or something's happening here. I don't know what's happening. Rubber band. Oh, my game is lagging and my stream is lagging. That's weird. Yeah, D4 has the wrong font to be the new D2. True. Very true. Graphics quality, I think, are just set to high. Butcher fight is a great fight. Favorite title, Lethal Conductor. It's funny with, yeah, I'm set to high. High. I think I haven't set a title yet on this character, yeah. Profile. Edit. Let's see. I kind of like, on my Necromancer I went with Bossy Witch. Let's see what I'm going to do on my... Is there Trash Goblin? I know there's Trash. Wait, where's Trash? Huh. I thought there was Trash Goblin. Or I thought it was Trash something. Or maybe it was something Trash? Could that be? Oh, I want Trash Goblin. Let's see. Withering, Unseen, Stone, Steadfast. Hasty Foul, Essential, Dire, Crushing, Bossy Action. What if we go Little Skinner. Little power. Accurate! Druid, little power. The trolling potentials with the titles is too high. Rare trash, Ron trash, those are great ones. You think we will have an expansion for D4 in the future? We know for sure there will be expansions. I encourage you folks to check out, in December, I put up a video about an interview that I had with Diablo boss, Rod Ferguson, franchise general manager, and Diablo 4 boss, game director, Joe Shelley. In it, they gave some hints of what's to come in the future, including expansions plural.
I must wait a moment.
Favorite class is Rogue so far. Is damage for all skills like Fireball Sword tied to weapon damage? Yes. So it's like D3 style tied to weapon damage. Subtle, accurate. Trash Panda would be nice. That would only work in World of Warcraft though, right? With the Bandarans. % increased damage to elites, sure. This is an odder layout this time. Which class has the best visuals for its ultimate? I haven't tried all the ultimates, but I really enjoyed the Rogue's Rain of Arrows or whatever it's called. Thought that was super cool. Well, in general, the ultimates that I've tried kind of all seem really cool. Trash Man is just a raccoon. True. I don't know when I started doing this. I started calling raccoons raccoons. Speaking of raccoons, who watched the Raccoons as a kid? That cartoon. The cartoon raccoon family. I think they were called the Raccoons. Were they not? And there was that song in the credits, I think. I don't think it was the opening. It was either the opening or the credits. Run With Us. Memories, man. Nostalgia. We need an ARPG set in the Raccoons universe. Do you think we will see Diablo himself at some point in the game? Yes. Probably not in the base version of D4, but maybe the first expansion or something. I do think the final boss of D4 is Lilith. Well, maybe not the final boss, but I do believe we're going to fight Lilith at some point, probably towards the end, if not the final boss. That's fine. You heal. Ooh, I am close to enemies all the time. Gain 20% bonus amount to your next earthen bulwark. That is very nice. I think I'm gonna want to extract that. Yeah. Obscure Greaves. I would lose my rank to Trample, but I'm not using Trample that much, so that's fine. I would lose my Tornado, which I don't want to lose. That is a one-hander, huh? Blood Howl increases critical strike chance. I will hold on to it, though. For the Blood Howl. We are on the eastern continent. Mount Ariat is like here. On the western continent. We are in the northeastern part of Sanctuary. So, like, Chaldeum... so Kyrgyzstan is here, right? So Chaldeum is somewhere in here. And then down here is, like, D2 Act 3 with the jungles. Did I try a rogue trapper build? I haven't tried a trapper build. It would be fun if you don't have to fight Diablo, but if Lilith and Iris team up to deal with Diablo, and then you have to kill both Mommy and Daddy. I feel like it was a messy divorce. I don't know that Lilith and Inarius are going to team up. I think it's more likely that we team up with one of either Lilith or Inarius. And from the way things are going, it sounds like it's going to be Inarius that we team up with. We're getting close. We're level 23. 2 more levels and we're 25.
That's good salvage.
Aegis
Come
of
back
Might.
if you need work.
I absolutely want to team up with Lilith. Will be nice. Jed refuses. Wait, are you refusing Team Lilith, or are you refusing comma or semicolon hashtag Team Lilith? Druid is okay. It's in either 4th or 5th place for me, with the Barbarian being the other one. I'm probably gonna play Rogue as my first character. If not Rogue, then probably Necro. But probably Rogue. Is this... It's not. But I guess, yeah, we got a thing to do here. Let's do it. Alloy saying, I wish the story had been a continuation of this Nephilim story. We got to choose an Arius or Lilith. Tyrael said, as much in the end of Reaper of Souls, we have the potential of both. Reaper of Souls ended off on the note of the Nephilim potentially becoming the next threat. Oh, that's an interesting, weird trap right there. The Nephilim is scary because he's so powerful. If he decides to do bad, we're screwed. I think there'll be more stash space than the one in the beta. Probably not. I think that's going to be it. Inarius and his followers come off like the Spanish Inquisition. Yes, I agree. Inarius has always been up to no good. Rogue is sporting caltrops, poison, traps, knockdown. Finishes off with Shadow Imbue, and Shadow Imbue is so strong. I have Siphoning Strikes that heal with critical, so I'm always full health. Nice. Nice.
I'm not ready yet.
Do I predict there will be a cow level? I think there's got to be some kind of secret level. I don't know if it'll be a cow level. It's definitely not going to be a rainbow level. There'll be some kind of secret level.
I must wait a moment.
Jeb saying later game mechanics will probably improve the Druid gameplay a lot. I don't know what to think about it. I completely agree with what you mentioned in the video today. Yeah, so I've heard that Druid and Barb probably later game are going to be feeling a lot stronger and better. But I think that means they're going to be the least popular classes amongst most of the early player base who don't know what meta is and are just kind of playing for the story and whatnot. Do I feel the Barb is actually underwhelming? I managed to build a Hoda Barb that does 60k hits on bosses. I can watch out every boss. So, without legendaries, the Barb seems underwhelming. With legendaries, I hear you can do insane things with the Barb. So, I think the Barb depends. It can be incredibly strong, or it can be underwhelming. It seems very gear dependent. Miss Crispy Feet, yeah. Slob Brat saying the UI is good for console, but they need to redo the UI for PC. It just seems out of place in a lot of areas. The UI doesn't seem as optimized as it can be for PC, that is fair to say. Halfway to 24.
I'm not ready yet.
This guy, it's like a truck though. It's really fun. So I think once we're 25, then we'll want to farm Core Dragon for the higher drops. Barbs seem important in high difficulty runs. Shout Barbs primarily to buff teams. The Barb felt like it did have the most support potential with the buffs that it can give teams. I did not encounter that bug as a rogue, no. Interesting. CPU saying, I fear that leveling is way too gear dependent for all classes, and that raises alarm bells about endgame for me. Raises alarm bells about endgame. In what way does that raise alarm bells for endgame? You can be 4 people total in a party. At what point in the game do you start working with runes? Never. Runes will potentially come in the future, but not at launch. There is a gem system, but no runes. There appears to be so much the same as D3, almost like a reskin. What is really unique that sets this game apart from D3? The entire concept of how you play within the world. It's this big open world, and the game is built entirely around that, which makes it distinct from any past Diablo game. What just happened there? Oh, whoops. Go back in. I know it's still early, but I definitely hope that the story of D4 will give us some exposition of lore about the fate of Tyrael, the Nephilim, and the recovery of Sanctuary after Malthael. Well, so Tyrael, yeah, I also want to hear more about Tyrael. It wouldn't surprise me if it doesn't really say anything about the Nephilim. It would be nice if we hear something. The recovery of the world after Malthael, I mean, we just see the state of the world. It's shit. It doesn't feel like the world has really recovered. But yeah, I mean, in general, having more lore always would be happy to see that. Am I gonna do a class guide before launch where you double in each class and we'll make some unique? Yes! Yes, I would very much like to do that, Alexander. So, like, I'm not gonna... I don't anticipate having on launch day of V4 build guides for the classes, because I think that's going to be useless, because I think the balance is going to be changed completely by that. However, guides on, like, you know, which class is right for you, these are the different class mechanics, these are how the classes generally play and generally work, like more general advice like that I think can be very helpful, and I would like to make a video like that.
For my master, he has promised me blood and blood. So the world crumbles.
Like, whatever is broken and strong right now, I'm anticipating them to nerf that at launch.
The world has no tolerance for it. And I continue to be weak to feed my master. But I know that
Enemy poison damage is cranked up, the rest seems okay, but poison damage seems to be through the roof. Ah, so in true Diablo fashion, huh?
his ally and his kin. This day will come. This day will come.
Oh,
I'm
nope.
not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
You really gotta dodge that sword attack, it's so crazy strong. CPU saying, if you don't get specific legendaries, you'll be hard locked out of various content because you don't have the right scaling on skills, etc. I mean, right now, the game is very easy. So I imagine we'll probably be able to get to level 50 without needing specific legendaries. Getting hard locked out of the higher difficulties? Maybe. And I think that's okay if it takes you some time to farm up the gear needed for higher difficulties. I don't see that being problematic. As long as you can get to level 50, as long as you can, like, get to, you know,
I'm not ready yet.
that end game and can start the end game content. We are level 24. What do you think of a keyword search for gear and stash similar to what's in the skill system now? Yes, I would like that. In fact, I'd like us to be able to type in whatever we want as well. What is your point of view on the elixirs in the game now? I don't like elixirs as a game system. I don't like getting half-hour buffs off of a consumable craftable. Do I hate that it's in the game? I don't hate it, but it's not something I enjoy. It's very MMO-y, and it's not really of interest to me. Alright, any upgrades here? Those are better boots. But not that much better, I suppose. +1 rank Tornado. Alright, I can swap that out. Tornado for Tornado. I lose +1 rank to Wolves, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Give me more max life, sure. The bad Wolves. That's fine. Critical strike with storm skills. Charge the air around you for 1.7 seconds, causing a lightning strike to periodically hit an enemy in the area for 380 lightning damage. This duration can be extended by additional critical strikes. Interesting skill. What do druids wield in their offhand? I know there's like the Santa gifts, but what else? I can't wield a shield for whatever reason. I can't dual wield weapons. So what are my other... It's a source? No. A staff. That's a two-hander though. That's a two-hander. Huh. I know like there's those totems. Is that the only thing I can wield in my offhand? A totem? Blood Necro, particularly with the Blood Nova, very strong. It's just totems? Okay. Does the game seem too zoomed in on PC? I've seen a bunch of people asking that. I'd recommend, if you guys feel the view is too zoomed in, go give that feedback to Blizzard. It seems like a simple enough switch, if enough people seem to feel that way. Okay, we're one more level away here. I'm probably going to respec into a different Druid build at that point and see if a different Druid build feels better. This one is... I mean, it's not terrible, but it doesn't feel particularly great. Now again, this is without the help of any legendaries. And I would like to see game balance in a good place without relying on legendaries. Butcher! Yes! Yay, Butcher! Oh shit. Oh shit! I got you.
This day will come. This day will come.
I thought I got you. Oh, now I got you. Oh my god.
I need more time.
Butcher's an epic fight.
I must wait a moment.
And yes, got something from it. Awesome. Pants. I guess they did the zoomed in point of view to show you as much of the customized character as possible. That makes sense. That makes sense. The Butcher is basically a reverse treasure goblin. If you don't kill him within a specific amount of time, he gets away. But he's there to kill you. And he's a random spawn.
I need more time.
Yeah, we've been the Butcher. I think he got me maybe the first time, but yeah. Butcher is a nice fight.
I must wait a moment.
Butcher doesn't always drop his cleaver, right?
I'm not ready.
I don't think I've ever gotten the Butcher's cleaver drop. No Leoric so far, which is odd. So far we kill Leoric in every Diablo game. No, do we kill him in D2? We don't kill him in D2. Do we? No, there's no Skeleton King in D2. We kill him in D1, D3, Diablo Immortal. They keep bringing back poor Leoric. So I imagine he's somewhere in D4. For the landslide on respec, I like the immobilized enemies aspect. Landslide. Rock Druid. Does the D4 world include the location from other Diablos that we can visit Tristram or travel around Mount Ariat, or are they on different continents? Those are on a different continent. However, Kejistan is a place we visit. So Chaldeum should be somewhere in Kejistan. So we might be able to see Chaldeum. But Mount Ariat is on the western continent over here. Tristram is over here. Westmarch is over here. Luco Lane is over here. Chaldeum is somewhere here. Kurast is somewhere here. Ah. So close now. 1 or 2 more runs. 2 more runs, I think, and we're good. What do you think the top 3 classes are in the beta? As far as being able to play solo. Solo is Necro number 1. Necro, Sork, Rogue. Now we just beat up Leoric's poor soul in hell. There you go. Which past bosses would you like to see in D4? Eventually, all of them. I want D4 to be a game that lives for the next 20 years. We get an expansion every 2 years, and everything that's ever been in Diablo, asterisk, all the good stuff that's ever been in Diablo, comes back. You'll be getting the puppy when the game releases. Yeah, you cannot get the puppy right now. If you get a character to 20 though, you will have the puppy on game release. Do you know if there's going to be a rage timer for bosses? There doesn't seem to be a rage timer. As far as I'm aware. The dungeon we're farming is this one here. Dead Man's Dredge in the southeast corner. At 25, we're gonna go farm Cordragon instead. One of the NPCs referenced Chaldeum at some point. Oh, there you go. Resplendent chest. Oh, I was expecting a fight. How many characters can you create inside D4? In beta, 10. Whether that's going to be the same case or not at launch is unclear, but I guess we should assume it'll be the same.
I'm not ready yet.
I wish we can create more, especially if there's no way for us to, like, change build on a character. Including itemization, yeah, there you go. Jed Cavett says, nay nay to the Spider Queen. Alright, that's fair. I don't feel strongly about Queen Arania. Queen Aranea. Alright, one more, I think. Yeah, one more and we're 25. Well, we might need to do one more after that, I think, to get Anthony to 25 too. James doesn't want to deal with the fetishes from D2 again. I think you're going to have to. I mean, I would like D4 to be a game where eventually we have the entirety of the world to explore. We can go everywhere we've ever been. Go town for a second. Yeah, the report bug feature doesn't seem to be working this weekend for whatever reason. During a quest, you get to see a war map that makes it pretty clear that Inarius is moving his armies to Chaldeum. Ah. Great eye there, William Augustinus. Jed saying, I hope that Duriel makes a return. That was awesome at Hard Fight. I mean, we saw art for Duriel and Andariel back in 2019. I think it's safe to say they're in the game somewhere. The way you can tell the shrine or chest is cursed is it will disappear on your minimap when you get close to it. Interesting. It disappears if it is not, or if it is special. +1 rank of Hurricane, yeah. Sure. Cool. Yeah, I'll take it. Sure. No. And armor. Max life. Life on kill is nice, but doesn't super matter, I guess. Core basic skill damage, sure. Critical strikes of storm skill, yeah, I wanted to extract that. These two I will sell. If it is cursed, it'll disappear. Ah, cool. Good tip, Cannon. So, chests that are cursed that you need to defeat the enemies to get the reward will disappear from the map as you get close. Krill1221. Hey, cheers, buddy. Oh, defeat 3 waves. I guess these are the waves we're doing, right? Are daggers best for rogue? I mean, it depends, ultimately. On what build you're going for. Is this an event spawning in a dungeon? Huh. Cool. Murring obols. Ooh, I will need to go spend obols, but I'll wait to be 25.
I must wait a moment.
Brr. What, you guys done in here? Is this one clear? Probably.
I have come to these caves.
Alright, I'll just reset it.
In service for my master.
Druid is okay. Other classes impressed me much more. Necro, Druid, and... Sorry, Necro, Sorcerer, and Rogue all felt like playing on super easy mode. Barbarian and Druid feel like they are more challenging, I guess. Might be a word for it. Did this game innovate enough for you, or did you not want much innovation? I wouldn't call... Innovative is not a word that I would use to describe D4 overall. I think the biggest thing that it innovated was the world. I think that D3 tried to innovate a lot more on the Diablo formula, and I think that backfired in many ways. So I think it's okay that they didn't try to be as innovative with D4. That said, I do think that what they did innovate, i.e. the world, is hugely different. Alejandro Torres, thank you so much for the $10. Appreciate the support, man. We're kind of this dobro right on. Appreciate you. Thanks so much, man. So could D4 have innovated more? Sure. Like, outside of the open world concept, it's not incredibly innovative. But already the open world stuff is, like, controversial, right? So... in general, Blizzard doesn't innovate. In general. Not that they never do, but that's not what they're known for. Blizzard, historically, did not become a well-known and well-respected company for its innovation, but for its execution. Other people would get there first. Other people would try out the new ideas. Then Blizzard would come in and do it better than anyone. That's what Blizzard built its reputation on, right? It did not invent the RTS, but it came in. It didn't even invent the asymmetric RTS, but it came in and it did it better than anyone with StarCraft. The one time Blizzard did innovate, actually, was with the ARPG. They established that genre. But World of Warcraft, they didn't invent the MMO. They weren't even one of the first. There was tons of MMOs before WoW came out. But they did it, arguably, better than anyone else. Overwatch. That wasn't innovative. That's Team Fortress. But they did it, arguably, better than anyone else. In fairness, so there was some innovation, in fairness, in Overwatch in how they brought, they sort of combined genres a bit. But in general, things don't need to necessarily be innovative to be good. Yeah, so we do have room if anyone else wants to join the party. As long as you can send me a whisper or a join request, you're welcome to join the party. But if you're not already on my friends list and you're not in the clan, then I don't know how you can join me. There doesn't seem to be a way for you to join. And both the clan and the friends list, I believe, are full right now. Analogy equals Blizzard is like Apple. They didn't invent the smartphone, but they tried to make it great. Fair? Fair? Better than Command and Conquer? So...
I'm not ready yet.
I don't want to hurt your feelings, but StarCraft was immensely more popular than Command and Conquer. World of Warcraft was immensely more popular than any MMO you want to bring up, right? Now, that's why I'm not going to say objectively best, but best with regards to driving revenue and gaining popularity. So if you want to say some other game is big, better, I'm not going to argue, right? You can say that WoW is a shit MMO. I don't care. It's the most popular. It made the most money. It's the biggest. It can be absolute garbage, whatever. The numbers don't lie. If it's garbage, then people like garbage, right? Okay, well, I'm 25 now, so we're going to be farming higher... Ooh, I do want to spend my obols, though. Yeah, so I'm going to spend my obols. What kind of demon is Astaroth exactly? We don't know. I saw people say its name, but can't find clear infos. We only know his name from the WoW mount that you get. Dune 2 was the original CNC, the spice must flow. Curiously, Command and Conquer greater than StarCraft, greater than Warcraft. Alright, so... I don't want to lose that Fortify on Earth skills. When you have Fortify Earth skills... you know what, it's not that good. I'll swap to this temporarily. Pulverize creates a shockwave, I'm not using that either, for now. +1 rank to all companion skills, yeah, that's fine. Right, I want it to respec as well. I'm gonna respec... Let's see. So, do we do Pulverize? Do we do Lightning Storm? Landslide? I was hearing Landslide. Maybe we do Landslide, okay. Because I am unimpressed with this one. Let's see how Landslide works. How much does it cost to fully respec? I got a point in that? Boop, boop, boop. Bam. Pop, pop, pop. Zip, zoop, zap. I didn't have any points in there to begin with, I'm pretty sure. I got there. Take out, take out. I wish it were a little bit more clear. Maybe there's some trick to it that I'm not seeing. How to respec. Like, I guess I can... Oh, refund all. Boom. Easy. Easy. Alright. So, we're going stoner build. Landslide. Boom. Alright. Primal or raging? Eh. Good old days of Doom 2. Okay. Landslide. Should just max out Landslide. We'll do Earthen Bulwark. Gain some Fortify there. Can I have... It just occurred to me. Why can't I have both of these? Cyclone and Earthen Bulwark. Call of the Wild. Nice Jack London novel. Heart of the Wild. Let's max out our Landslide here. Boom. Wild impulses, huh? Core skills, okay. They cost more spirit but deal more damage. Trample just for mobility. Crushing Earth. Earth skills deal more damage. Cool. Nature's Reach. Safeguard. Fortify, fortify, fortify. Stone Guard. Alright. Let's try out this build, see how we... Do I not even have all my, I'm not even using every skill slot. That's interesting. Well, let's try it out. We can always modify as we go. Been a long time coming now that we finally have D4. Oh yeah, great to finally have D4. Absolutely. So if you walk to me in game, there's a pretty good chance you won't end up in my same instance. But if you see me in game, you can try walking up to me. If you see me and you want to send me an invite request, by all means. We tried to do it though. It just seems very, like, it's entirely coincidental for you to run into my same instance. There's not yet a way to change instance. More spirit doesn't seem to be like a good idea. Oh man. If the passive skills are strong enough, why not? Yeah. Yeah, why not? I mean, it feels like I can put 1 point then just to get an ult or something. I don't know. I mean, I might as well get Petrify, right? Encase all nearby enemies in stone. Yeah, let's do that, actually. Here, I'll take 1 point out of Stone Guard. Just to put 1 point. Boom, Petrify. Let's do something. Have some kind of a skill. Against bosses, it does what? Yeah, whatever. Okay. When you have Fortify, Earth skills do things and such. Fine. Magic totem. Okay, right. I was looking through my gear to see what I'm going to swap to before I gamble my obols, and then we're going to start farming up.
What will it be? You can take what's left.
Well, first off, I'm actually going to now extract. Let me get those things going. Hold on, before I do that, though. Fortify. This I want to extract. Pulverize. Am I using pulverize? I'm not. But I do want to hold on to that. I don't think I'm going to extract it just because I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. Although at this point, you know what? I should just start extracting everything. Wait, are aspects shared? No, they're not, right? If I extract an aspect, I can't put it on a different character. Can I put it in the stash? Probably. I can probably put it in my stash, though. Do you think the lobby has a place in D4? They want town to be a lobby, which is the original vision of Diablo 2. Diablo 2, they wanted to create Battle.net Town. They didn't want to make lobbies. They didn't have time to do it, so they made lobbies instead. But their vision in D2 was to have Battle.net Town, where you meet other players in-game, you trade, you form parties, etc. You get multiple skills from the same tree and then drag it to the button. It's not limited. Okay, we could bank them. Alright. Alrighty. So here, I'm gonna go see what else I want to extract. Then we can put it in the stash. Well, I mean, the idea was to save room in the stash, I guess. But I'll at least grab all the Druid-specific ones. Is there some way? Edit tab. There's no way to search. No. Okay. That is Druid only. This is Druid only. This is Druid only. Druid only. Druid only. Cannot equip. Necro only. Rogue only. Druid only. Just gonna extract all my Druid only stuff. Which isn't much, I suppose. Well, it's adding up. It's adding up. So, I mean, I have this armor that I could... It is Druid only. Oh, no, it's not. But whatever, it's fine. Okay. So technically I could extract all of those. Fortify. 2 minutes here and it is 1 hour later. 2 minutes here and it is 1 hour later. What does that mean, Nem? You can have Hurricane and Barrier. Oh, wait, did I not have it? Yeah, I got him. Cyclone Armor and Barrier. Yeah. Just want to make sure you knew. Yeah. That we can select multiple skills from every category. Yeah, for Rogue, like, I picked all, like, the mobility ones. Yeah. Okay, I don't care about the gem crafting combo. Jellybean saying, you have 480,000 gold and 5 capped tunes. Please buy some storage space. My hoarding should not be encouraged. I can tell you're not one of my Twitch viewers. I hoard so much. I will fill up. Whatever space you give me, I will fill up. It's better that I keep it under control. Oh, because of... Wait, daylight savings happened? Really? That's today? Oh, shit.
As I'm sure you know.
Okay, +2 ranks for... This one seems really good. So, here, extract. Boom. Bam. Critical strikes. Boom. Extract. Pulverize. Boom. Extract. Goodbye all our money, by the way. Boom. Extract. Boom. Roasted. Yeah, now I'm gonna have to start selling stuff. Boom. Roasted. Boom. Roasted. Blood Howl. Boom. And we just blew 800,000 gold right there. Nice. Nice. Alright.
Until spring.
Now I go gamble. Now that I'm level 25, I'm likely to get the highest rank gear that I possibly can get. And then we're going to go farm in right there where Curious pinned. What does it mean? F and Daylight Savings kicked in. It's instead of 2 a.m. it is now 3 a.m. So interesting. My game lags at the same time as my Twitch stream. That suggests to me that it's an internet thing. Yeah, so I'm dropping frames like mad right now, but it seems to be an internet lagging thing.
Delight you're here. My boy, I think he's possessed.
Worry not, Peter. The cathedral will not abandon you.
Okay, I think it's stabilizing. Alright, so let's see. Well, let's go for a ring to begin with.
Oh, bad luck. Try again. Not much, is it?
Well, it's something.
Not much, is it?
Wow. Oh my god, my gamble luck is so
Try
bad.
again.
Ooh, again.
It seems
Finally.
your prayers have been answered.
Basic skills gain more attack speed. That's going to be so useful. I sounded sarcastic, but I'm not being sarcastic. That's going to be so useful. I'd like to replace my glove. Oh yeah, I don't need the rank to tornado anymore, so I can replace my gloves.
Not much, is it? Oh, bad luck. Try again.
Did they...
Very nice. But could be better.
Yes. I agree with you. Kadala. And your incessant taunting. Dang. And last Gamba. Nice. Attacking enemies with a basic skill increases the damage of the next core skill. Cool. Alrighty. Onward to Core Dragar. Huge lag issues. You just changed the DST. Don't know if... Don't need that if you ask me. True. On PS5, my Necroskeletons were so badly laggy, it was horrible. Dang. Okay. Am I going to pre-order the game? I did pre-order the game. Okay, gonna port to Curious. Barb versus Druid, Battle of the Bads. Who would lose? Wait, who would lose as in which one is worse or which one is better? Oh, what the? Oh, I took my own portal. Lol. Does the resource utilize / stuff sold if you change the time of your system? Remember in D3. I've not tested that, but I don't think it would because it's server time, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Why is there no helm slot to gamble? Isn't there? It's called cap, I think. There was earlier. Should have swapped towns to gamble. You know, it would have benefited you. True. All right. So Anthony will be joining us shortly. I need to refresh my chat. My chat is buggered here. So we're refreshing there. Boom. Ow, my teeth.
Your bones betray you.
They shall soon.
Ed Magararu, thank you for the $1. Appreciate ya. How you doing? All right, looks like we are. No, we're not both here, are we? Wait. This would be nice if, like, right-clicking the portrait would tell me where they are. Okay, we're both here. Enter the dungeon. So this turns into a level 30 zone, allowing you to get generally higher gear. The highest gear is from the level 35 mob, but that's a bit tedious to do. Did you know that the Sorcerer's class quest mentions Zoltan Cool? Oh, interesting. Can you stack aspects? No, just the better one will apply.
I'm not ready yet.
I'm a bear. Bear. Okay, so we want to kill the elites, at the very least. I don't know if we want to do the whole dungeon. Is that what we normally want to do? I tried wind spec and I wasn't very impressed. I haven't tried lightning yet. Greed Shrine. Here we go.
I'm not ready yet.
Marino Racing, thank you for the $2. Enjoy the stream. How do you do the world boss? It only spawns at specific times, and it's going to be right here. This zone is called the Crucible, and it'll give you a 30-minute warning. You're going to see a countdown on that area of the map. It's not going to spawn for another 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 hours, I think? No. Like 7 hours, I think. I think we're 7 hours out from world boss spawn. Rock, rock, rock.
I must wait a moment.
Poison Claw Werewolf. Is it a good build? Getting some lag there. I don't use controller, but I've heard great things about controller. Well, I mean, it's just strictly better. I might as well. Oh, great. Backtracking. Hooray. Hooray. If only there was an out area filled with stunning mon- Oh, I misclicked. Dang it. Alright. Favorite class is the rogue. And Black Demons just joined as a member. Thank you, Black Demons. You can now use the emotes in chat. Poison Claw Werewolf is very entertaining. Interesting choice of word. Oh yeah, we gotta do the actual levers. Okay, my latency isn't too bad though.
I must wait a moment.
I must wait a moment. I am not a crook. Destroy the blood boils. Okay. There you guys are. In chat with the emotes. Nice. Yeah, I'm not impressed with this one either. Not impressed with this one either.
I'm not ready
On my rogue, I was destroying shit with no legendary synergy. I just don't feel, like, I don't know. I just don't feel strong on a druid. I've never felt strong. Because the legendary down there. Should I just wait for it to get mailed to me? +1 rank to landslide, okay. While Hurricane is active, gain +2 ranks to shapeshifting. Attacking with basic skill increase the damage next core skill. I don't think I can drop that. That's too good. Wait. Up to 50%. I don't know if it's worth losing the rank to landslide.
I'm not ready yet.
Lethal Shrine. Oh my god, yeah, okay, my latency, look at that. I'm getting half a second of lag now. Druid might be ranking in 5th for me. I remember with Barbarian, I really started to enjoy when I was getting my legendary synergy going with Whirlwind. It still didn't feel very strong, but it was fun. Druid doesn't feel bad, it just doesn't feel good. I don't know. I'm gonna try some different builds.
I'm not ready yet.
I feel the game needs more time to be enjoyable in the long run. There's not enough time to fix all the stuff till June. I mean, the game is enjoyable now. It's not really possible to judge how enjoyable it's going to be in the long run when we're not able to play the long run game right now. Like, if this is how the game launched and this is all the content, obviously this isn't, you know, going to last a month, but there's an entire end game that the game is launching with that we don't have access to now. Try the werewolf build, that is fun and strong enough. Terramote on landslide. Terramote. What? Druid needs items or skills for spirit regen. Yeah. Yeah. Try lighting that rung with increased attack on basic. Lets you refill quickly to channel lightning storm. Alright.
Mother told me not to go, but the cathedral refused to tell us anything about Father.
If you look in challenges, there's 6 acts to the story. Yeah, presumably the final act is in hell.
The knights penitent are either dead
Terramote. What is
roaming the
Terramote?
halls as monstrosities. I watched them for days until I found one that had my father's limp. I
Terramote.
approached and pleaded with him to come home. The creature that had been my father attacked me, and I stamped him to escape. I couldn't see anything left of my father in the monster's eyes.
That's a lot of items, alright.
And rage. Mother was right. I never
Drop
should
a
have
bunch of
come
them.
here.
Make room for more.
I cannot carry anymore.
I'll try. Okay. Well, we'll exit. Well, reset dungeon, and then I'm gonna go back to town to sell. Do the dungeon codex go on rotation, or are they static? They are static. Maybe they'll change them with seasons, but right now they're static. as far as I can tell. Ev Genie saying, my biggest issue with the Druid right now is that the Druid doesn't have the same amount of offensive slots as Barb, which limits the potential builds by a ton. Okay. It's on your buff bar. Buffs Landslide. Primal Landslide. Terramote is Earth Crit. Earth Crit. It's on your buff bar. Buffs Landslide. When you immobilize or stun an enemy, you gain a Terramote. Each enemy hit by Landslide consumes a Terramote, causing a guaranteed critical stray. Okay. Bosses always have up to a 10% chance to grant a Terramote when hit. Primal Landslide, when you immobilize or stun. Okay. Terramote causing a guaranteed critical strike with 40% damage. So what was I not doing to be hitting for big damage then? Why was my Terramote not Terramoting? Playing on PC. There is controller support on PC. Are dungeon codex affixes that can't be found on legendary items. Are dungeon codex affixes that can't be found on legendary items. So the dungeon codex does not give access to all legendary affixes in the game. There are more legendary affixes beyond what is in the dungeon codex, yes. Okay, core skills. +2 to shapeshifting skills with Hurricane active. The Vine should immobilize and proc Landslide. What team compo is the most perspective against boss and for XP farm, like 4 servers, 4 for neck? I have no idea. I don't know what the meta is right now. I don't think paying attention to meta comps is really important right now for purposes of what final game balance is going to be. I think they're going to use the beta to see what is overpowered, what is underpowered, nerf and buff appropriately. Have a good night, Nem. Okay, I'll sell the rest, because now I need money. Oh, hold on, I should salvage that, though. Get my gem back, at least.
Good. What else you got?
I got a gem in there, I should break that down, too.
You can take what's left.
Something for the cold and dark. Good deal. Father bless.
And then these. Both are Druid only. I might as well extract them, I guess. Can afford 2 more extracts.
All finished. Fare thee well.
Consider using the Vine Creepers. They CC constantly, causing the Terra mode to proc. Okay, Vine Creeper. So let's dig out a point from there. Let's put a point into Vine Creeper. Is it just the base Vine Creeper? I guess one additional immobilize would be nice. Critical strike chances increased by 20% against enemies strangled by Vine Creeper. That actually seems like good synergy. Let's try that. Sure. Necro is more convenient / easy, has the best lore, but it's nowhere near as engaging and adrenaline-inducing as the Rogue. That is true. Full Companion is a possibility for a respec. Full Companion is a possibility for a respec. I don't know what that means. Full Companion. Oh, I didn't reset the dungeon. Reset dungeons. Brutal Vine Creeper. Yeah, go for the crits there. Oh, why is it still showing as done? Oh, because we got the thing. Right. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this triggers more now. We gotta summon the Vine Creeper, or is it always out? When do you think we can access the mount? I think after the campaign. Full Companion equals stack points in Wolf, Vine, and Ravens, and relying on cooldowns. Oh, okay, like to try a full pet build. Gotcha. Okay. Have people found that to be strong? Okay, now I'm hitting for a bit more. I am perfectly whelmed by the Druid. According to devs, increased chance for a monster to drop a better item will be in gems. Have you seen in gems so far? I have not seen that in gems so far. I don't believe so, no.
I must wait a moment.
I must wait a moment. Creeper is always around, but the active immobilizes the screen and you wait for the cooldown to reset. Roger that. Okay. So when there's a bunch of enemies, that's when I want to pop it. Like, maybe I feel like I'm doing more damage now. Oh, the levers. Always the levers.
I must wait a moment.
Do you think it would have... Do you think if we would have had access to spirit bones, it would give druids the help they needed? It would help them. Like, the rogue felt super strong before it got its special thing. Is the thing. No, okay. Now you know what? I'm sorry. I feel like I'm starting to hit. Yeah, maybe that creeper was what it took, but I'm still hitting for like 25 damage. 726. I'm not hitting for a lot, but maybe there's something I can do. Maybe if I can get the right legendaries. I already tried Wind Druid. I was not impressed. The Druid special class attribute is something that we cannot access in the beta. You have spirit boons, you give sacrifices to the totems, and then you get to select from each totem one power until you unlock all of them, and then you can select in any single one 2. Yeah, I think Druid's my 5th favorite class.
I must wait a moment.
Is Storm Druid any good? Maybe. Wind Druid doesn't seem great. Maybe the Lightning Druid is. You will see when the Terror mode is active. I guess it's that. Or is this the Terror mode? Okay, now I got Terror mode. Yeah, it popped when I popped Vine Creeper.
Told me not to go. But the cathedral refused to tell us anything about Father. But
Guillaume saying the closest I got to a...
the knights penitent are either dead or roaming the halls as monstrosities.
Fun strong Druid build was werewolf, but to be honest, it just felt like a worse melee rogue. Am I racing to 100 on June 6th? Nah, I'm playing the story, which is going to slow me down, but I want to watch all the cinematics and cutscenes and pay attention to what's going on in the story.
Only pain and rage. Mother was right. I never should
Okay, we're done in the dungeon. Looks like you're over there. I'm gonna go there for loot.
I'm not ready yet.
Remember when D4 had the BlizzCon demo back on reveal? Everyone came out saying Druid was the best. I guess something has changed. I don't think I even played Druid back then. Did I? Interesting. We can try Lightning Storm, maybe. See what that's all about. Devin saying there's no way this game sells over 5 million. You are drinking copium. 1 million people reached level 20 in the beta last week, which was a paid access beta. 1 million reached level 20, so at least 2 to 3 million participated. Some of them bought a sandwich to get in. I can't imagine that's more than 5% of the players. So already, like 3 million pre-orders, easy. Pre-orders. If you think D4 is going to sell less than 10 million copies, you're insane. It's probably going to sell 10 million copies in like the first 24 hours. Well, maybe not the first 24 hours. It's going to sell 5 million in the first 24 hours, easy. Didn't get a single better item from here. Rip. Yeah. Well, it says level 25. Wait, no, we haven't actually done Core Dragon. That's why. We need to do here. There's something here that we gotta do before it unlocks to be a higher level zone, no? Yeah, maybe it's not the dungeon, it's that event that we gotta do over and over. Everything in beta will be wiped and erased before launch. Lightning Bolt was the least painful build you tried without legendary synergy.
This is overrun.
Okay. I guess I'll try that next. I'll give a little bit more of a try to this one, but... Sad they didn't keep the angelic demonic itemization they had at one point. It was an interesting system.
I'm not ready yet.
Just giants, no reasons. Lightning Strike, Lightning Storm, Earth Bulwark, and Creeper.
I must wait
Oh, I missed this, sorry. Thank you for the 15 door Daniel Sade. You're doing well. I'm doing well, I hope you are too. Finishing the lore series. Nice. More lore will come. More lore will come.
Not ready yet.
I think I hate the Druid. Yeah, right now Druid is in last place for me.
I must wait a moment.
I'm gonna try some other Druid builds, but... yeah, it's just not feeling fun to play for me. A legendary over there. You think you can finish the main story / game before June 6th? Possibly. It depends on how many days of early access we get. 4 days? Yeah, definitely. 1 day? No. 2 days? Maybe. Might be able to finish story in 2 days. Yeah, 2 big streams, I think I can finish the story. Her one, like, 24-hour stream. Okay, well, this is gonna be miserable. Blood Bishop fight. Didn't even want to let me in. It's wise. Another one? Another what? Oh, Rhyme Claw. Or, Traveling Merchant's Tag. Oh, the horse. Right. I mean, one of y'all's doing a bunch of damage, and I don't know who it is. I don't know which one of you guys is doing all this damage. It sure wasn't me. Okay, something's happening with my YouTube chat. Justin was so hyped to try Necro and Druid this weekend, thinking that they'd both be my main. After putting some time in both, I actually enjoyed myself on the Rogue more. Enjoy your kind of hate. Cheers, Justin. Yeah, I think the Rogue is just so fun. I just love the hypermobility of the Rogue. Okay, so now Cardragon is a level 30 zone. Now that we've done this, it's a level 30 zone. So I'm not sure if it's that we need to... Sarkova Pass. See, even the Cardragon Barracks is level 30. Sorry, level 25, because it's not actually in Cardragon. Cardragon by itself is a level 30 zone. So I think now, if we keep doing this event here, it will be at higher level. Fadi saying, Druid was last place for me as well until I got the legendaries that combined for a nice landslide build. Now I'm two-shotting bosses. Nice. Nice. I'm gonna go back to town, gamba a bit. What's the best legendary for any class I've gotten so far? I've been really unlucky with getting useful legendaries. Nothing in particular jumps out to me. Or nothing that I could remember. Maybe it was on one of my other characters that I haven't used in a while now. Earthen Bulwark.
What will it be?
Druid's okay. I'm not crazy about the Druid. Would I be surprised if it's nearing 10 million in pre-sales? Big.
I'll take it.
I'll just sell that one. While not healthy, magic bubble. I'll hold on to that. Earthen Bulwark. Maybe. Music in the game was very nice. The Kiovashad song is really an earworm. It's stuck in my head all the time. It's very memorable. Yeah, the Blood Mist Corpse Explosion Necro power probably is the most powerful legendary power. I don't have it, but I've heard tales of how crazy it is. If you remove all the items, put them in inventory, what will the fight look like? Terrible. You do no damage. Your damage scales off of your gear, so if you are naked, you do no damage. It's like in D3. How's the snowstorm? You got 2 inches? Oh gosh. I noticed it was snowing quite a bit. I'm crazy about the rogue. Necro is also really fun. Sorcerer is also very strong. Almost 3 inches? Damn. Not sure why folks consider the crafting / item simplistic in this game. There's a lot of opportunity to tune to your liking. Definitely more than in D3. They really need to bring back the transparent map overlay. I find myself continually opening map and it kills the flow. I also am frequently bringing up the map. Good point. It's insane for trash mobs with single target bosses. Doesn't really work. Okay. Very nice though. Okay, I'm gonna try Storm build. Refund all. So, Storm Strike. Lightning Storm. So we are a vulnerable build. R then Bulwark. Shapeshift into a bear. Reducing nearby enemies' damage dealt. Eh. I prefer Blood Howl. I'm gonna go Blood Howl. Rather than reducing enemy damage. Because then I can also get the Spirit Gen. In theory. Lightning Storm, Lightning Storm. Nature's Reach. Boom. Enhanced Earthen Bulwark. Ancestral Fortitude. I don't need damage resistance. I want freaking Blood Howl. Hurricane. I did like Hurricane quite a bit. But here, I'm actually going to get in a Blood Howl so I can be popping that as much as possible. Elemental Exposure. Charged Atmosphere. Electric Shock. Bad Omen. Bad Omen, Bad Omen. Where is Cataclysm? It's Defiance. Defensive Posture. Ooh, Cataclysm. Okay. Cool. Electric Shock. Alright. Done. Now we are living up to our name of Woden. We'll see if it works out for us. Do I have any synergies with lightning? Why do I have wolves here? Oh, it's Bloodhowl. It's not wolves. One thing to keep in mind is that if you spam the Lightning Storm button, it will cast faster than the standard channel. Interesting. Okay. Are there solo werebear werewolf builds? I don't know. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, Druid is terrible and has no builds. No, I'm being too harsh, but I've yet to find a Druid build that I like or that I think is good. People seem to, with the right legendaries, seem to be able to get something working properly. Critical strikes with storm skills charge the around you for about 7 seconds, causing a lightning strike to periodically hit an enemy in the area for lightning damage. This duration can be extended by additional critical strikes. So that seems interesting. Blood Howl increases crit strike chance. Is this Blood Howl? It is. Also helps companions. So 8.5 crit strike chance. Plus 2 ranks to your shape-shifting passives. So right now, I mean, the one that seems the most significant is critical strikes with storm skills. Charge the air around you, causing a lightning strike. So maybe we'll try with that. Loop is saying, I think the biggest issue for both Barb and Druid has been limited access to class mechanics. Druid has been rough damage-wise until I got 2 legendaries for Pulverize, and now it's decent. Certainly doesn't help. Certainly doesn't help. Yeah. Max life. Basic skill damage. Damage over 10. Screw it. Will I do a video about all the classes now that I played them all? Yeah. I'll probably have another, like, wrap-up video on my beta thoughts where I can discuss all the classes now. How do you feel about story spoilers and achievements? Don't like. Do not like. Do not like at all. Is DPS rating on weapon determined by the skill you use? That's a good question. Is the DPS rating... it should not be. The DPS rating should be a reflection of attacks per second and damage per hit. So the damage per hit, 386 to 578, there's some middle range in there. That is going to be, if I had to guess, something like 450. So 450 times 0.9 attacks per second comes out to be about 433 damage per second. So how do we farm Kordragon? How do we make Kordragon happen again? Brad Schaefer, I'm doing well. How are you? Cataclysm, Storm Strike. Okay, things are respawning. Is it literally a million? Kordragon Courtyard. It's an actual melee build, I didn't realize that. Okay. I'm a werewolf. Don't mind me. Would I be surprised if D4 gets delayed? Yes. I don't mean that as a state on, like, the... as a statement on the state of the game right now, but more just... I would be surprised if they would push back a release date that they've committed to.
I'm not ready yet.
I have resource, that's nice.
May you forever be shunned by the light. Like rabid mongrels, you will turn on your master.
I'm guessing... Oh, he is there? There's something here. It's not the Blood Bishop, but there's something. Okay.
May your righteous hunger consume you for all eternity.
So what should we farm if we can't be farming this? Or is there a way... This is no way to reset this instance. This is the only 30 zone. The actual Kordragon dungeon is only level 25. If everyone left, we'd probably be able to reset this, but there's no way to get everyone to leave. There's a bunch of randos. There are other... I mean, the random monsters spawning are level 30. Generation is a lot better on this. Already, this is feeling better to play. Zapping things with lightning is nice. Grim Legion Gaming, if you want to hit me up on Discord, we can maybe coordinate something in the future. Ofer saying, you think that the dev team is gonna go on a crazy crunch workload now that the 2 betas are over? Yep. Yep. Probably. This event has a timer on the map before it starts, so maybe it can't be reset manually. Okay. So what do people do in the meantime while waiting for Kordragon? Definitely getting higher level drops now, I feel. Just farm the stupid monsters. Thoughts on D4 being cross-console? I think it's fantastic that we got full crossplay in D4. Cross-region, cross-platform, it's awesome. Have you noticed any aspect modifier on weapons against the entire class of enemies, like zombies, creatures, vampires? I have not. I don't believe so. Equipping higher damage daggers will increase my bow attacks as well. Ah, okay, no. So, on a rogue, if you are attacking with an attack that uses your bow, it uses your bow DPS. Your daggers can be 0 DPS, it will not negatively impact you. Similarly, if you're attacking with melee, your bow damage doesn't matter. However, your the affixes do matter. So let's say you're a pure ranged rogue. It doesn't matter if the DPS on your melee weapons is bad, but the affixes will still buff you. So the other attributes on the gear. Is holding Lightning Storm going to attack faster? Channeled. I had heard that you can actually... Oh, the longer it's channeled, the more damage it does. Okay, I see. Okay, I'm going to come to Curious so that we can unlock the level 35 fellow. Am I using the 50% vulnerable proc on lightning resource generator? I think so. Will the beta stay closed until release after this weekend? I am not certain on whether there will be more betas. It is possible that there will be. They have not confirmed that there will not be. Yeah, I got the vulnerable one rocking here. As a PC gamer, do you think D4 was developed more towards the console gamer UI in mind? For the UI, there's definitely console taken into consideration, yeah. What do you think could be more appealing for PC gamers? There's definitely some improvements that could be made to the console for PC. I don't realize Storm Strike is a melee attack. Discord.gg/Riker.
I must destroy them.
The longer it's channeled, the more bolts you get. Once you're at max, the 4-second reserve perk will let you spam the ability faster but keep the max bolts without channeling. Interesting. Does evade action count as a single dodge? Yes, if I'm understanding the question correctly. Oh my gosh, you can't even break the door. Lightning storm. So far this is my favorite setup for Druid. It feels the best. I think the game will have different monetization in different regions since the game is global. I would assume no. I think it's gonna have the same monetization system across all regions. You know, I'm kind of digging this. I'm kind of digging. You know what? I named my character after Odin. I should have known from the start to go Lightning Druid. It's my own fault. Resource generation feels so much better. Gameplay feels generally smoother. I don't feel weak as shit. Oh, sorry, I'm on YouTube. Whoops. Alright, let's go take on that level 35 guy. How's the rabies build? I've not tried werewolf. The rabies build is like poo-poo? Okay. Real life Viking here, so it came naturally. Nice. I love the Viking aesthetic. I love the show Vikings. You can cuss on YouTube. Sure, if I want to get demonetized. Still gotta try that sweet werewolf. Oh man. Okay, so this guy's on like a random respawn timer of about 5 minutes. Some guy just killed it? Okay. So we got roughly 5 minutes. We'll check back at 10 o'clock my time. It's 9:57 right now. When you played Barb, did you get a chance to try different builds? I think you may have enjoyed some of them. I was enjoying Whirlwind with some synergy items on it. It wasn't strong, but I was enjoying it. Like, I was generally enjoying the Barb Whirlwind build, even though it definitely, like, it was underpowered. I know that there's that crazy build with, what's the skill called? Upheaval or something. It's gonna be really strong. My lightning was good. Okay, we'll maybe start to apply some of these aspects to even better synergize and ramp this up. We'll extract that. 2 minutes. We'll check again. Brad's on D3 right now, trying to finish the altar. For primals, legendaries, is it just drops or do you have to pick them up? For primals, legendaries, is it just drops or do you have to pick them up? For primals. Sorry, Brad, can you rephrase the question? For primals, legendaries, is it just drops or do you have to pick them up? Barb has Upheaval plus Thorns and Red and Bleed build are its two best performing. Roger that. Is there a consensus on the best performing Druid build? Who was saying, I found the single best legendary I got for both Barb and Druid was basic generate damage stacks up to a certain amount. Super genetic, but very good. Interesting. I think they should decrease the evade cooldown on Barb from 5 seconds to 4 seconds to give him more survivability. I think for the melee builds like Barb, more cooldown or like 2 charges of evade, I think would help tremendously. Brad says it's, Brad's saying it says 1 in 400. So, okay. The odds of getting a primal are 1 in 400, meaning on average, every time a legendary or set item drops, there's a 1 in 400 chance that it's going to be a primal. So on average, 1 out of every 400 will be primal. But it's not like, it's not clockwork where it's like 399 items drop, and then the 400th is a primal. But whether you're gambling, crafting, or getting it from drops, anytime you see a set or legendary item appear, there's a 1 in 400 chance that it'll be primal. Extract. Man, prices are really going up. Okay, Codex. Show my class only. Critical strikes deals 1% of the damage dealt as lightning damage to the target and surrounding enemies. Blood Howl increases crit strike by 5%. Barrier. Oh, but that's with Shred. Well. No. Is he spawned? Quickly here. Aspect. Fortify. Critical strength with storm skills. Charge the air. You can put it on gloves. Attacking enemies with basic skill increases the damage next core. That is kind of useful though. I can put it on amulet or ring. Let's put it on this ring.
No witchcraft here. Only honest magics.
Oops. There we go. Alright. Pulverize, core skills. Rather than bulwark. Not yet, but with my minions up, he'll die in a second. Okay, I'll be right there. Blood Howl increases crit strike chance. In addition, Blood Howl affects nearby companions. 8.5 is a pretty strong amount of crit strike chance. And on the amulet, it's going to be even stronger. It's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's all that I would be really benefiting from right now, so I'll do that. Blood Howl. Boom. Let's do it. Imprint. Gorgeous. There are boots that give extra evade charges. Yeah, so in my opinion, the barb should be getting extra charges by default. Let's reach some parity. For the Druid, it's still in the air if the best build, but I've heard play the Pulverized Earth build is pretty decent. Okay. All rare boots can roll with +1 evade charge. Alright, when's he gonna spawn? See, like, I actually kill the enemies before I run out of resources. It's a miracle. Chance to immobilize. Top 3 criticisms of the game so far. Backtracking in dungeons isn't super fun when it happens. Druid and Barbarian don't seem as fun to play right now. I understand that that's supposed to level off over time. It's not a spawn timer, leave and come back. The thing is, we can't get them to leave. You think legendaries will have any use until level cap in the main game, or will they just get outshined by green arrows? No, absolutely. Legendaries can be very important. I think you're going to reach a point. I mean, similar to D3, but maybe not as significantly. You might hold on to an item despite getting green arrows because of the legendary power being that good. And you'll have to eventually decide, okay, I can't afford to be missing out on everything that it's giving. I wish I can see what zone my allies are in. So Curious is here now. Where is... No, he's... Okay, he's still there. So if we all try to port out and then port back, will that reset it? Let me show you how I play my Barb. I'll change your mind. If it's anything that requires a legendary, it won't change my mind. I know Barb can do crazy, insane damage on upheaval. If it requires specific legendaries, though, then I'm not impressed. I feel that the class balance should be, like, good enough, even without legendaries. Can I showcase the trading process / menu? I mean, sure, it's pretty bare bones. Yeah. I'll go trade with Curious. Literally just a little menu that pops up. It's nothing significant. Or here, tweak. How do I even invite to trade? Trade cancel. Invite to trade. Put item there, lock in offer, and that's it. Cancel trade. Is the leveling speed for this beta sped up for testing? I don't think so. Legendary drop rates are increased, but I've not heard anything about the XP acquisition being faster. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go back to Court Dragon and just farm random monsters. Yeah, it's taking too long on this guy. At least we can get random monster spawns to appear here. You have to tele out, then go Nostrava and run to where he spawns. I think the Barb and Druid are supposed to be excellent tank classes. Do you think they'll bring on a support role soon? I don't think they're going to add a dedicated support class. In Diablo, there's never been a dedicated support class. What you get is support builds emerge from the players naturally finding combinations that will bring team synergy. What is happening here? My frames are just yawn. Okay, this build feels good. This build feels good. Stronghold. Paying attention to what the objective was. It's having too much fun. Zapping people with lightning. You gotta kill people actually within the zone. doing this for the ovals. Alright, and back to Cordrogon. Can confirm they nerfed the 35 guy drops. Drops his hammer, then a random 20 plus blue. Okay, interesting. It's funny because Quick, the boss of Blizzard, actually tweeted about the trick. You think there's a memory leak issue with D4, especially with using up 14 to 18 gigs of system RAM on the beta? I've heard people having memory leak issues. I've not experienced it myself, but I've heard of that. Can we get in through here now that we've done it once? Yes, the door is open now. Light the fire. So at least here the general monsters are level 30. Even if we're not triggering the event. At least there's level 30 things to fight. You think there will be more legendaries that change the skill? Yes. Like extra skeletons or extra hydras? Yes. I think there's more legendaries than just what we've seen so far in beta. They probably come online at higher levels. That's a lot of explosions.
Hello.
Greetings.
How do you feel about the reward system? Feel like they will become a chore once the season rolls in, and it is something that almost feels mandatory since it gives skill points. You're talking about the renown. It will be something that is mandatory to do. Will it feel like a chore? I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully it'll be fun enough to do. I mean, it could also be that it won't be necessarily super important to do everything. Like, I mean, what are the rewards you get? Why can't I bring up the renown system? I thought it's supposed to pop up. Okay, here we go. W. So getting the one extra skill point, definitely great. But you do that once, right? So once you've done it once, I mean, I guess you'll still have to do it every season. The max obels is just kind of whatever. The 4 Paragon points, yes, you'll want to get that, for sure. So I guess we will ultimately need to do them all. Thor's loving the new legendary synergies. I don't feel like I have to do a specific build. I have a lot of freedom to build how I want and still be effective. Awesome. Right now I'm doing Lightning Druid, and it is by far my favorite Druid setup. It actually feels good to play.
May you forever be shunned by the light. Like a rabid mongrel.
I'm not getting any item drops. It's like the ghouls don't drop items. Odd.
Spread like blood from an open womb amongst your kin until you are surrounded by that which you find most vile. May your righteous hunger
They blow up and they just don't drop
consume you
anything.
For all eternity.
I wonder if I should port out and come back. See if that does anything. Do a quick check of these. Quick salvage.
What will it be?
Quick sort, and off we go. Taken from my group with a Frenzy Berserk Barb. It's really strong. Nice. Level 35 boss on west side. Dropping high level gear. Yeah, he just wasn't spawning, so we stopped waiting for him. She's right here, right? What's up, G Money? Thing is, these guys also aren't dropping anything or spawning. So what is the meta that people are doing? Is it literally just that 135 guy? So you can't use the gear until you put on an extracted aspect onto it, then it becomes equipable. It has to be an extracted aspect, not one from the codex. Do you think healing wells should be usable at full hit points so you can fill your resource currently if you are full hit points and it won't let you use them even if you want it for resource globe? So you're saying that instead of filling your health, if you are max health, the healing well will fill your resource? Sure. I'm not opposed. They drop some trash. I haven't gotten any drops from these guys. I guess I'm gonna... If we can't get the event to spawn, I guess we go back to waiting for Camino or whatever. The meta right now is just farming that one guy. Farm Dead Dungeon for legendaries and farm 35 for rares to put aspects on. Ah, right. Okay. Well, in that case, I guess I need the legendaries. So we'll go back to Dead Man's Dredge. For now. Alright. Because I need actually good legendaries to even put onto the gear. Otherwise, there's no point in getting those high-level rares because they're unusable until you extract a legendary essence onto it. Strongly recommend farming Annika's Claim, south of Bear Tribe Waypoint. Do the first part of the dungeon and reset its circular cavern with high density and 2 shrines. Annika's Claim. So it is south of Bear Tribe Waypoint. And I don't even have the Bear Tribe Waypoint. Oh. It's there. You feel density of mobs should be increased comparing to D2 packs. I mean, I wouldn't personally mind higher mob density. But on the Mercy's Reach dungeon, it's a nice change from the sameness of the other dungeons. I don't remember. I don't know them by name. Which one is Mercy's Reach?
This wind's grown too cutting, even for these parts.
Oh, right, this thing. Okay. And this unlocks a dungeon nearby, right? Now that I'm on a lightning build, I'm enjoying the Druid more. I was not crazy about it on wind build or on stone build. Vampiric, is that what's happening? No. Oh, because he's being protected by someone else. Yeah, Spirit Generation is so much better on this build. Oh my god, the Vampiric though. Finally. Does that unlock this guy? Oh, here we go. There we go. Either Annika or Dead Man's are the best dungeons to grind. Highly density. Roger that. Okay, I'd heard about Dead Man's. I hadn't heard about Annika's.
The Khazra storm has ended.
You know what the Paragon Ward will add to the game? Is it all just stat increases? Hopefully not just stat increases. There are legendary nodes as well that'll hopefully be really interesting. Okay, what else is starting this way? Nice. And away we go.
I'm impressed.
Okay, Annika's claim right here. Cool. Is there no waypoint? I guess that's the waypoint.
Greetings.
That's fine. Any good gear? Not good enough. Well, mind you, if I can get a good offhand, that would be good. But for now, no. Shava is spawning in a few more hours. It's gonna be a while. Now, I know saying this game should take on more of the MMO genre. Add in player housing. I'm fully in favor of player housing. So you can upgrade with gold by adding in armory, station, storage, decorations. That'd be super cool. Yeah. Player housing, guild housing as well. Yeah. What's up, Sam? I'm assuming we don't actually continue to the objective, right? Ooh, I'm dropping. It's the lag. It's the lag right now. Oh my gosh. It's my whole internet that's lagging. Yeah, because I'm dropping frames in OBS as well. Whoa, 1 second of ping. What is happening? What is player housing? So we don't have this in D4, but player housing would be that you have like your own little zone, like your own little house that is just for you. You can invite people into it, but people can't get into it of their own. And you can like decorate it how you want, in theory. Like extra layer of cosmetics. Maybe you can unlock more storage. Maybe you can tie even more game mechanics to it, for instance. Guild housing would be something similar, but like just a place for like everyone in the guild to hang out. Oh my gosh, this lag. What is happening? Which new mechanic have I enjoyed the most so far? New mechanic that I've enjoyed the most. It's best to reset the dungeon before finishing the first objective, saying Hamzika. Okay. Yeah, so we don't want to be going all the way there. Well, I turn the question to you folks. What are some of the new mechanics that you've enjoyed the most so far? And we'll give you some ideas. New mechanic. I guess like the class abilities are pretty neat. Every class having their own unique thing, like the Necro Book of the Dead and stuff. That's neat. It's a mechanic, I guess. Getting a dodge. Everyone getting a dodge is pretty nice. Oh my gosh, the lag is getting terrible. What is happening here? Yeah, here, let's reset dungeon. Let's say they would add player guild housing. What would you like to see? I would like to see nice unlockable cosmetics and customization and the layout and stuff like that. Like, the, you know, PoE hideouts, for instance. You got quite a bit you can do there. For guild hideout, it would be cool, or guild housing, it would be cool if there's like guild activities that we can do to make our hideout more impressive. Your wolf companions are now werewolf companions. Werewolf companions deal more damage and spread rabies. That's cool. That's cool. I like that item. Nemesis was telling me about it before.
Father bless. What do you need?
Papa bless. In any RPG, I always have to check out Frost mechanics. This game has by far the best feeling Frost/Shatter mechanics ever. Ooh, awesome. Awesome. Now, I'm saying I think enemy ailment types are better, special moves, etc. Also, yes, dodge is very fun. Oh, yeah. So, probably of any Diablo game, we have like the best ailment system. True. Enemies in general having more mechanics is very nice. Boss mechanics and stuff. PvP fighting ring, target dummy, and housing would be cool. True, yeah. Dodge is best mechanic. Fair. What would open free market in case some item will not be inflated over time and be universally helpful? What? Sorry, what about free market in case some item will not be inflated over time and be universally useful? I don't know that I understand the question. What about open free market in case some item will not be inflated over time and be universally useful?
Truly, I am. But to say this is the
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm understanding the question.
I hear strange noises, whiffs of a foul odor, and the structures we found sharp wooden holes scattered throughout the tunnels, obviously handmade, not by us. Who made them? Huh? Why?
No.
Exactly.
This guy hits like a truck. Holy crap. Why didn't my fortify help me there? Jellybean, new member. Welcome, Jellybean. Thanks for joining. Appreciate the support. Do I enjoy playing the Druid? I am enjoying now the Lightning Druid. It took me a long time to find a Druid build that I didn't hate. Okay, if you finished Objective 1, then we reset Dungeon. So we just do this little loop and that's it. Fatty's saying that Legendary combines with the one that adds an additional companion and they deal 165 extra % damage. It's good synergy. Nice. Alright. Hey, cheers, Mark. Met Brad. Love watching your gameplays and breakdown. I've learned a lot of these last couple of years about Diablo. Hey, cheers, Met Brad. Awesome. Great to hear. Thanks for sharing. How do you think they'll implement player/guild housing and season play? I don't think they will. I would like them to, but I don't think they will. Go farm the level 35 rare spawn. Yeah. So we tried, he just wasn't spawning. We did it the other day, it was working fine. Now it's not spawning properly today. Even when it was working, I was never getting, like, usable items. I don't think it's gonna make for the most, like, I don't know, riveting gameplay to watch. What are you supposed to do while you're waiting for him to respawn? Will I be streaming live again with launch in June? I would very much like to be, yes. On console, if not on PC, D3 also has a dodge mechanic, super simple dodge, but useful in various situations. Yeah, so... yeah, a lot of people don't realize that in D3 on console, everyone has a dodge roll kind of thing. It's significantly more important in Diablo 4 because monsters have so many more mechanics that you need to react to in D4. This enemy is applying all of them. Hurts. Hurts. Example of free market, D2 Son of Jordan trades. Ah, okay. So the question was... what about open free market in case some item will not be inflated over time or useful? I am not in favor of open free market. I am in favor of restrictions on trade. It doesn't necessarily have to be the way D4 is doing it, but I believe it is important to have a trade system. I believe it is not in the best interest of the game to have completely free open trade. And that's because I believe that the best way to get more powerful should always be playing the game, as opposed to playing the trade game. I think the trade game should be an option for those that want to do that. But I don't want the best way to get all the best gear in the game to be through trading. I want to have to actually play the game. So the current idea does allow that to happen. You can trade legendaries, you can trade rares. So endgame is going to be about getting the best rares and then imprinting your legendaries onto them. Could they do some other system that does allow you to trade legendaries so that some kind of item like that could be traded? Like, sure. I'm fine with that, as long as it's some system whereby it's not fully free open trade. Like, let's say maybe uniques can be traded, I don't know, or maybe, yeah, I mean, it's hard, right, because you got to get something that's actually useful. What's likely to happen is if sigils, if nightmare sigils are tradable, they will likely become the currency. So, like, the keys to the dungeons will become the currency. Playing softcore. We know what uniques are, but do we know what sacred items are going to be? It sounds like they're just more powerful versions of rares, right? I heard a rumor that it's the new tier up from rare, basically higher tier grade. Yeah, that's my understanding as well. Are all legendary powers also available as aspects in your Codex of Power? They are not. No, only some. Some powers can only be gotten through drops, and even the ones that you can get in the Codex are weaker versions of what you would get as a drop. D4 being a live service game, do you think they will expand on the class skill trees over time? I hope so. Like adding more skills and skill upgrades? I hope so. There's not a whole, like, right now there are fewer skills in D4 than in D3. I do think they allow for greater variety within specific builds, but it will be nice, and I think they have afforded themselves room to add more skills over time. Regarding the rare spawn, if you go back to town and come back, there's a good chance you'll be in another instance, another server shard where he has spawned, you kill him again. If you're in a party, does that happen? Because we kept going back to town and coming back, and it just wasn't. It wasn't refreshing. My latency has been getting really bad. You think the seasonal battle pass can be completed only on season mode / realm, or can they be completed too in eternal realm / non-seasonal? My first thought would have been that you can only do it on season, but they did say something about being able to contribute to your battle pass on the eternal realm. How that's going to work exactly, we'll find out soon enough. Lasagna saying, I wouldn't worry too much about trading. Someone will always have to farm, get lucky with a perfect roll in the first place. Gameplay will result in trading. Okay, the lag is getting really bad. This is starting to become unplayable. What do you think of the shrines in Diablo 4? They're interesting. They're more interesting than D3s, I guess. I like how sometimes you have to build your own shrine. The artillery shrine is insane. It's really fun. I guess overall they're more fun than D3. Here, speaking of artillery shrine, here we go. See, I'm shooting out a whole bunch of arrows. Stieglitz. Hugo Stieglitz? How you doing? So JFOV, I'm enjoying Druid a lot more now. He's still gonna be either 4th or 5th place in my preference of classes. I need to play Barb again to see if he beats Barb. But I've finally found a build that I'm enjoying, the lightning build. How's it going, Roman? Do you feel like your thirst for D4 has been slaked for now? Will this tide you over for the next 2 long months? Oh man. I guess. Like, I would not want to have this beta for the next 2 months. Like, I think after tomorrow I'm going to be all betaed out, just because the game isn't designed to be farming 25 forever, right? Like, there's going to be a lot more and more interesting content in the actual endgame. Is it going to keep me satisfied for the next 2 months? That I don't know. Will I still be thirsty for Diablo? Probably. But this has been a nice taste, for sure. Lag in game is issue, same thing here. It was fine for me throughout most of the beta. It's really just starting now that it's getting bad. Is it 4 Tals, Meteor Sorks laggy though? True. It's not that bad, no. That said though, it is starting to become kind of unplayable. I guess right now it's... Okay, it just dropped again. I think next time we get a lag spike, we're probably going to end the stream. Okay. No, this isn't playable right now. Okay. Well, we'll be playing again, streaming again tomorrow. So tomorrow it'll be in the afternoon again. Tomorrow, now that we got all level 25 characters, I'm going to be trying out different builds on different characters. Ideally trying to farm legendaries in order to try out different builds that are buffed by different legendaries. You can summon Golem and Skeleton at the same time, yes. So, we're going to thank everybody for coming on by. We've had, this is our 5th YouTube stream. If you want to see VODs of all the others, where every stream has been on a different class so far. They're all available on the YouTube channel. I do encourage you to check that out. And yeah, otherwise we're going to give a big thanks to all our supporters. We're going to thank everybody for watching. We're going to wish you a fantastic rest of your evening. And tomorrow afternoon, so in circa How many hours from now? 12, 13, 14, 15 hours from now, we'll be streaming again on YouTube. So thanks again, everybody, and until next time, bye-bye.